This student is outfitted with vaping devices, but you can't see them. Why? They're designed to look just like normal school gear.
All right, guys, so in today's video, I'm going to react to this Good Morning America news special on vaping. And you guys are in for a real treat today. For those of you who are new to the channel, I help people quit. And I just want to say a quick disclaimer before I tear this thing apart. Listen, I feel bad for anyone who's addicted to nicotine, younger, older. It's a horrible addiction, and I certainly won't want to try and be a parent or a teacher dealing with this. So I do have sympathy for you guys, but I'm going to tear this thing up. Let's jump right into it.
Giving kids new ways to hide their vaping habits anywhere they go, including school.
I'm pretty sure that's a dab pen, not a vape device. And we're also worried about vaping. Oh, I caught little Johnny with a vape. No, you didn't. You caught Johnny with a dank vape cart. You caught Johnny with a TKO cart. That has nothing to do with Juul or Hyde or... All right. That just goes to show how little people actually know what's going on. All right, let's get back to the video.
Superintendent Melissa Varley oversees the Berkeley Heights School District in New Jersey.
It's virtually undetectable. We don't know if a student is vaping in a classroom.
That's absolutely right. If you know how to ghost, you can go totally undetectable. And don't think for 2 seconds, if you're a teenager watching this, if I've spoke at your school before, that I don't see you guys up there, you know, just kind of ghosting during the seminar, just trying to hold that all in. You really think you're something. You think you got one on me, but you don't. Not on Doc Frank.
So would you know what to look for?
I would absolutely know what to look for. That is a undeniable fact.
We're taking over a classroom at this high school. It's filled with student volunteers.
I would think this is just socially not a good move on these kids' part, but whatever.
Thank you, guys. We're going to plant these hidden vaping devices and bring in teachers and parents and see just how well they do at spotting the vape.
I get to work.
Here's one that's designed to look just like a black marker.
I have never once in my life seen anyone that I work with, younger or older, come in with a vape device that's a black marker. Never one.
Stashing stuff all over the classroom.
So this guy looks like a USB. It's not. It's a vape.
It's not. It's a vape.
And on students, too.
Sophia looks like she's just wearing a regular hoodie, but underneath, a vaping device.
Some vapes even look just like school supplies.
Looks just like a pen, but the vaping device is inside and you can write with it.
You thought this was a phone. It's not. It's a vaping device. You thought this was a bottle of water. Guess what? Vaping device.
Time to bring in our volunteers.
I'm Vicki Wynn with the Today Show.
It's nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Miss Moretti.
Okay, Miss Moretti.
Yes.
We want to know if you can spot the vape. So, we have outfitted this classroom with vaping devices. Look high, look low. You ready?
I think I'm ready.
You get 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
She spots a couple of them.
That device that Dom's got there.
I'd be like, if I even questioned it, I'd walk by the kid's desk and I'd grab the device. I'd be like, and I would just take the fattest rip and then it'd be dead. And I'd be like, nope, not it.
But breezes right past most.
I think that could be.
Before time runs out.
I'm just picturing myself right now just ripping on some poor kid's pen. Just like, is that a vape device? Let's prove it, Johnny. I just pick it up. Just suck a bunch of ink into my lungs.
And that is time. How many of you had a vaping device that she spotted?
3 items. Not bad.
How many of you actually have vaping devices?
But she missed 11 of the 14 items we hid.
It's scary.
It was actually proven after the video. It was 14 of 14 students had vaping devices. Some of the students actually brought their own to the activity. I'm kidding. But
Because it could be just in plain sight.
Some teachers spot a couple of the more obvious ones.
That looks like one, too.
But most miss the harder to find items, like this watch.
Sam is wearing what looks like a smartwatch. But if you press this button, this part comes out. You can fill this with nicotine and it's an e-cigarette.
You thought this was just a cell phone, but actually I pull this piece out here and it's a vape. It's a vape.
It blends in, so nobody would ever know.
All 5 teachers missing this vape backpack.
This one's got a hidden device right here in the strap.
And I'm a hiker. I mean, this is the first thing I would think of as be camelback, so that we can get water through it.
You don't need water, sir. Sir, you don't need water. When you're addicted to nicotine, nicotine is significantly more important than water. Me as an ex-nicotine addict, if I were going on a hike and you said, Frank, what do you want to bring with you on this hike? Water or nicotine? I can go 3 days without water. I can't go more than, 30 minutes without nicotine. Come on, brah. I want to know in the comments right now, how many of you guys have been bringing a vape backpack to school? High schoolers only, please, okay? I'm going to imagine that this goes for a lot higher of a cost than my Hyde bar or my Hyde XL bar, my black market puff bar.
And the hoodie.
I think it's ingenious marketing.
She is absolutely right. In a moment of seriousness, it is ingenious marketing. These people are professionals. And I'll tell you something, for all you guys who vape, and I get it, I did too, you're falling for it. They are building a consumer for life. They train you, consume, consume, consume. This isn't an anti-addiction video though, so I'm not going to go into it. You can watch my other videos if you want help quitting.
And I'm a little frightened.
This could be happening right under your nose.
Absolutely. It could be happening in my house. I have a 15-year-old.
Wow.
So now, no hoodies.
No hoodies? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Johnny, is that a hoodie? Run! Johnny put a hoodie on. Get the hell over. Run! No hoodies in this kid's house. This poor kid.
Even this school aide, a retired police officer, missing the watch and pen.
Are they talking about a dab pen or are they talking about a vape pen? I would like some clarity on the topic because...
Very disheartening that there's so many out there that the kids can get access to.
What about parents? Will they do a better job spotting the vape?
I think it's highly unlikely.
I think that's a vaping device.
Not this group.
He was writing with a pen, but inside the pen...
Got me. All right, I'm gonna go home and check pens.
Son, I want every pen in the house laid out on this table. Every USB, every hoodie, every pen. Is that a backpack? Put it on the table. This is a search. We will not use pens, hoodies, or backpacks in this house.
Parent after parent also mistaking the decoys for vapes.
I was pointing at this one, but that looks fairly suspicious as well.
That's just a marker. And
he missed the vape marker, though. And, I feel terrible for these parents. I really do, because I work with families, and it really is a crappy situation. All jokes aside, I do have to put that disclaimer in here because it sucks. It sucks right now as far as all this goes. I really do.
They confuse the real vapes for regular items.
What did you think this was?
Didn't even think to look at that. Probably a marker or an eraser or a highlighter.
The most any of our volunteers spotted, just 5 of the 14 items we hid. That's 36%, a failing grade.
I would have got all of them, and I would have found the vapes that were on the students' bodies. Obviously, they limited this to a classroom exercise. How many people were vaping in the bathroom during the filming of this video in the school? Leave a number, take a guess below in the comments. How many people, this was from 2019, so how many people were in the Jewel room during that time?
If you have to hide something, then there's something wrong with it.
Scary to see how easily they can hide things like that.
Parents need to be more invasive in their kids' spaces and really actively engaged.
I think that's exactly what we need, to be more invasive in the kids' spaces. Obviously, we're not being invasive enough. I recommend, actually, here at my company, we help people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and pornography. I think we should be going through their search histories, their phones. Invasive. This is like a jail.
Yeah, we reached out to the Vapor Technology Association. They told us they don't approve of underage use of these types of devices, and they're working to raise the purchase age to 21.
They don't approve of it. These devices were obviously made for working adults who are stuck in some 9 to 5 that they don't want to be at and just need a quick nicotine break discreetly and professionally. Thank you. This obviously was never marketed or geared towards a high schooler or someone of that age. These products were never made with that intention.
I brought some of these items so you all could see. You know, this one looks like a marker, and that's what people would mistake it for. Check that out. This is the highlighter we were talking about, Hoda.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, as you know.
Let's show that watch. That's crazy.
Okay.
This one, you just pop it out right here, and it tells the time, so you can easily see.
The only time I've ever seen the watch referenced was on a viral TikTok video, and most of the people in the comments were like, I can't afford that. That's not a $3 hide. People aren't doing this. They're not. People, it's Hyde, it's Puff Bar, it's Jewel, it's whatever the most popular cheap thing is. You're not going to have the high school plug running around slinging hoodies and slinging backpacks all day long. It's illogical from a business standpoint of the plug. It makes no sense. I get it. Neat story, neat coverage, neat story. But let's be realistic. If we're going to give people information to help them, let's actually help. But then again, ain't nobody want to snitch.
There's a digial readout.
Right.
This is crazy, the hoodie.
Nobody got the hoodie.
Craig, I'll return your hoodie later. But no.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, but it's insane. I mean,
right.
that's like a vaping thing in here.
Vicky, but
Craig's probably like right afterwards, just in the back. They've caught Sean Hannity a few times on air, which no big deal. Each to their own. Like, smoke, vape your heart out. I could care less unless you want help quitting, then I'm happy to help you. But like, you know, he's probably behind the scene, you know.
if you're a teacher in class, like, wouldn't you see a kid who's like, even if they're...
Absolutely not. They have perfected ghosting it. I've seen people take hits and there's not even an ounce. It just looks like there's not even a ounce of vapor coming out, not even a smidgen of a hint. The only thing maybe you'll pick up on is that smell.
You would think so, but they break off into study groups, and that was what the teachers were telling us. You're dealing with 30 kids at
Walk
a time.
to the bathroom.
Exactly, down the hall. I
Right.
mean, it just makes it so much easier. And when you have a little tiny pen like this, that you can actually...
That's not a tiny pen. A tiny pen would be a little bar I could fit in my hand. Real quick, no one sees it, real discreet.
do your homework with.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a real big challenge for teachers and parents, and they were talking about schools have anti-tobacco campaigns.
Guys, all kidding aside, if you want me to come and speak at your school, reach out and let me know. My email's below. Seriously, I do seminars at schools on this stuff. It's a lot of fun. Just don't show your staff this video because this is not a professional version of me. I just want to have a little fun.
Check to see if your district has one like the one we were at. That's another way that you can stay on top of this and have those conversations with the kids.
All right, if you guys want to learn how to quit vaping, be sure to follow the channel and check out some of the other videos. Let's talk a little bit about the first 72 hours of nicotine withdrawal. I know a lot of y'all want to quit, so let's jump into that.